you guys. We're doing it. We're going in the gutted duplex. And it looks a lot different than it did last time. So the reason we have to gut these homes is that we buy them in such poor condition that they have mold and termite damage. In fact, there was some framing that was so dangerous in this house, worse than the pink house. The contractor said it should have collapsed and was going to collapse. So we're really glad to look behind the walls and discover what we can save, and it's not much in this house, and then fix what we need to. An example would be, this is not safe. See how there's no weight? So this pier upstairs could start to sag and even break over time because things have to rest on things all the way down the house. That's my simplest explanation of certain things. So when you open up a house and you discover, for example, that this is like a beadboard exterior wall, this has been cut, you know, things are not bracing things correctly. So that's bad news when you find it, but it's great to know about it because then you can fix it. So anyway, enough with the problems with the house. Now I'll try and orient you guys. So I'm on one side of the duplex looking into the other. And I've heard from some people who don't know the term duplex. Duplex is just a two-family home with a central break. So in this case, it's a vertical central break. It's a mirror image. So I'm on the left side. It has its own address. It's its own house. And this is the central wall. So these stairs are for the left side. These stairs are for the right side. And you have to go in the exterior door on the right side to get to that house. So if people wanted to rent this together, they could. They'd just take 3 steps outside to get into the other area to see their family, much like at a hotel room, you know, if you're in one room and you just go in the hall and go into the other room. But it's also nice to have it separated because when we want to rent, you know, maybe just a smaller family wants one side and another family wants the other side, it'll be easier, hopefully, to rent it throughout the summer without having to find huge families all the time, since it is a duplex. So when you walk in on this side, the left side, we're opening these stairs a little bit so you won't see as many of these beams. There used to be a wall here. Instead, it will be partially open, maybe up to here. So it feels much airier, especially when you're on the stairs, which used to feel very enclosed. Picture drywall here and drywall here. It was very tight and claustrophobic feeling. So a house never feels more open than when it's demoed. So in many instances, this is a really exciting stage. So we've opened it up. This is going to be the living room where I'm standing. We're going to make this the dining area. So there'll be like a big table right here. This is going to be a powder room. So just a toilet and a vanity down here. And then this wall is going to be widened. So the opening is going to maybe go to here instead of here. And that's going to be the kitchen. And we're going to have an L-shaped kitchen. So it'll be cabinetry. The stove we think will be right here. And we'll raise this window up so the sink can be under the window, probably a fridge here. And we think we can have a little island, more like a butcher block, chopping block island, or like a marble-topped tall table, not probably with seating. So then moving over into here, what we're imagining is that this will be sort of a pantry laundry room. So there'll be cabinetry over here for pantry stuff, maybe a washer and dryer under the window, and then there will be a bathroom mudroom. So we'll have a shower and places to put stuff like hooks and shower, and you'll walk through the place to get all the sand off of you. And by the time you enter in through here, you know, through the pantry into the kitchen and spin around to see the rest of the house, ideally people will not still be covered in sand because they're going through the area to get the sand off. This is going to remain HVAC, this little closet right here. And remember, this is the powder room. So that's the downstairs. It's pretty narrow. It's narrower than the pink house. I mean, the house itself is wider than the pink house, but it's 2 houses, remember. So we're trying the best to make this as, I guess, comfortable and functional as possible. So this area, I'm shakier on this because we walked the floor plans a little while ago. But I think this is going to stay HVAC and maybe a closet for a bedroom. So like picture half of this being HVAC and then half of this being a closet you access from this side. And, oh good, that chimney's in such good condition. Oh, thank goodness, you guys. I really wanted to save this chimney. I think it's so charming. We're gonna do exactly what we did in the pink house where we leave it exposed. I love it. I was worried it was gonna be damaged. So, this is a bedroom. It's pretty nicely sized. And actually there's going to be an addition. We're popping it's really hard to see right here. We're popping this out just to meet the part that's popped out below. So that part I walked through that was going to be the bathroom and mudroom you enter through, that's kind of like a chimney sticking out of the floor plan downstairs. Up here we don't have that chimney yet, but to make an addition up here, we'll create a master bathroom for this room. And we don't have to pour footers or anything. It's already poured and there's already a first floor, so we're just building on top of it, which is the most cost-effective way to do an addition since we're not doing any sort of piers or groundwork. And also look at this beautiful door. I think this house is going to have all horizontal panels. I think this is a 5-panel. So we don't have that many doors we can save. We definitely saved this one. And we might have to get some other reclaimed ones that look like that. So again, I'm foggy on how this is going to work. But I believe that in this area, what we were hoping to do is make a bathroom and then steal a little bit of space from this room to make basically another door here that you'd enter a little bunk room. Maybe it's like just a twin bed or twin bunks. It's basically stealing a spot for kids to sleep that isn't here, because this was originally a bathroom, and I don't know if you can tell from this video, but it was humongous. Like unnecessarily oblong with like a skating rink in the middle. Like nothing was right here. There was like a shower over here. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and then this is going to be the front bedroom. It's sad that these doors are here because they're blocking my very favorite feature of the whole house, which are the beautiful, I'll try to get under here so you can see it. See these X-grid windows? They're just insane. They're original. We're gonna try and restore them. If they break, because they're like 100 years old, we are going to make them with someone. There's people who can basically design a template of what a window used to look like and make it look like that. But again, when we're talking about structural stuff, really nice to have this wall open and realize that this beam is not doing anything. So now we can do what's called sistering. You just add a beam that should have been there, attach this beam again, maybe add a few more for integrity of structure, and then the house is sturdier. Let's see what else. Oh, and there's you can see the remnants of the squirrel's nest we discovered. It was in the HVAC system. Now you can't really see it. It was big. I think a lot of it washed off in the rain. But anyway, so that's the front bedroom. So ideally we're gonna end up with 2 bathrooms, 2 full baths up here and 3 bedrooms, but one will be little, just like a little kid's room. And now, I'm trying to think if I should go through the wall. Sure, I'll go through the wall. So now we're upstairs on the other side. I'll never get to do that anymore when there's drywall, so that's a fun little thing to do. Oh, and good, this side of the chimney looks great too. Oh, I love it. I love it. I might even, if it looks too unfinished with some of it being, you know, like raw and most of it being this, I might do this everywhere. There's something called lime washing or mortar washing, and I might experiment with 1 or 2 of those, but I love that it already kind of looks like this, so it just mostly be like touching up the parts that were covered by something that didn't get that sort of aged treatment. So here we are in one of the few bedrooms. This again is a very, very long bathroom. We do have an original tub. Not sure if we can save that one. We'll have to test it for lead. That's the hardest thing about old tubs. A lot of them have lead in them. And then hopefully getting, you know, a little tiny bedroom, basically like here. And then another bedroom here. And look at that. The HVAC is just like saying hello. So, and look, here's my window. See, this is what I feared. I really feared we wouldn't be able to save them. See how it's broken? But we're gonna do our best to try and reattach them, or maybe even use some 1x, or you know, like trim pieces behind them to reinforce them. And then, but look at this. There is such damage in this house. A lot of mold behind the walls because of things like this. This is all moisture damage from the exterior of the house that was getting inside the wall. So once again, very nice to have the walls open. So now I'm gonna go back downstairs for you guys on this side. Again, we're gonna open this up to the living room. So by about here, it'll be a railing and not a wall anymore, which I think will be really nice. And then here we are in the sort of living and dining. And then there will be kitchen back here. The question mark for me is whether I'm going to be able to use this. I didn't expect it to have those weird holes in it. It has them on both sides. I don't know, maybe there's a patching, you know, I can get a mason to patch it. I also need to make sure that it's structurally sound because it does a really weird thing. Do you guys see that? It's like someone started building it and then they were like, oh, I want it over here upstairs. And they like diagonally bricked it. So there might be some reinforcement of that. When you're rebuilding a house, when you have all the walls open, you have to figure out what the heck you need to fix and do it while they're open. Otherwise, it's a big expense later. So again, this is going to be sort of like a pantry, washer and dryer room, and then with a little shower. Oh gosh, look at this water damage. Oh my heavens. I'm gonna need some new subfloor right here, you guys. And look how funny this is. This was an exterior once. It's covered by drywall, but now we see it. And yes, there's a toilet. That's the toilet that was a solid block of ice. Don't actually think that's pee in there. I think it's like disgusting ice water that just melted. So, and this was once a porch. Can you tell this was a porch? It has like the beadboard ceiling. And so this was an exterior wall just like this was. And then they added this part of the house. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. The funny thing that I realized the other day is that inside the pink house, if you watch the before video, there's a lot of touches of pink that never were something we noticed. We did not intend to paint that house pink at first, so we just didn't notice it, and we demoed it out, and then we rebuilt it, and then we decided we like pink. This house, we've always been saying it would be fun to do mint, like a blue-green shutter and a white house, and you know what I noticed is there's these little touches of mint. Like even when you look through there, that's like insulation that's mint. So my new theory is that houses tell you what color they want to be on the inside. Like watch this when I turn around. Not only is there this mint, which this is a little intense for me, it'll probably be a little bit lighter than that and more gray, but look at this door. It's a mint door, you guys. So anyway, that's my excitement. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I'm jazzed about this. So I hope you enjoyed the duplex tour. And the next time you see it, I'm hoping it's going to look a lot more finished.